My name's Angie.
My name is Kathryn.
How are you guys? So, can you first tell me, when did you realize the diagnosis early on? What led you to find that out?
So we were diagnosed when she was 15. So we had spent 15 years trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, I've heard from a number of families how long the process takes.
Yes.
Which is a little crazy.
Yes,
Not
it's
in a good
nice to
way.
see small children getting their diagnosis early. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, what was it like going about being diagnosed? Obviously, unexpected. I would
it
assume.
was quite unexpected. We had received an article about genetic reasons for autism. And in that article, somebody mentioned Kleefstra syndrome. And it sounded so much like Kathryn that we thought it was important to kind of research that out a little bit. So we contacted Dr. Sid, and he was willing to see us. And in that visit, we had genetic testing done, and we're shocked to find out we were right on with that suspicion of Kleefstra syndrome.
So, how long did it take you from start to finish to figure this out?
Probably about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, I mean, without the 15 years of waiting and wondering, about 6 months from start to finish of meeting with Dr. Sid to getting the diagnosis.
When did you, before the diagnosis even, when did you realize something was a little different about Kathryn?
Oh, probably at birth. She was very jaundiced. She had some retching type activity, some issues with feeding, and she was low muscle tone. I mean, she's been in physical therapy and speech therapy and all that since she was like 9 months old. So
I see. So you're obviously here far
Yeah.
from New York. Can you talk a little about your experience at the conference?
it's been great. It's been really good to hear some of the new things that are happening. We do a lot of research, obviously, which is why we figured out maybe Kleefstra was an option. But it's been nice to hear where science is currently and to see where it's going. That's been really nice. But I've enjoyed meeting the families and hearing from people who have taken just as long as we have to get their diagnosis. Because there's so many unknowns with that diagnosis. So that's been refreshing, I think, rather than feeling scared or unsure of what's happening. It's just feeling like you have camaraderie. They immediately told us at Boston Children's to get on Facebook because there are several groups on Facebook. So we were able to join the mutation group because she doesn't have deletion, she has mutation. And we were able to join the 15 and up group, which is excellent because, a lot of the unknowns happen after the age of 15 or so with puberty and things like that. So there is a group out there, and you get to hear parents are very transparent. They want to talk about their concerns, but at the same time, it's hopeful. It's not down, and it's not scary, and there are scary moments, but to find support from other parents is huge.
Can you talk a little bit about IDefine? How you guys got in contact with them? Maybe first steps if you can?
I think it was through Dr. Sid in Boston that he connected us with IDefine specifically and the Facebook pages. So I went on to idefine.org and looked at the research that they were doing. From there, I got onto RareX so that we could do research there because I think knowledge is power. For 15 years, we worked really hard to meet her where she was at. But now that we have that knowledge, we can meet her for where she's going. I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know a ton about the actual research they're doing, but I know that they're looking to not necessarily cure it, but treat it, and treat the things that are life-altering. And that's really important to us. We may not benefit from that. It may not be in our timeline, but we want to help in any way we can. So that's why we do the RareX things, and we learned about another one, Citizen, so we're going to sign up for that too. Because I think research is so important. That's why we have 2-year-olds running around with Kleefstra syndrome. Having that diagnosis was, paving the way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even if you don't know the technical specifications of the research,
Yes.
it's important to you guys that there is research at all being done.
It
no
is
matter how
so
little it is
important. It is so important because the bottom line is we want her to live the best life she possibly can, and the research is going to help us get there.
What does a daily day in the life look like for you guys?
What's your
Not every
daily
day is the
life
same,
look
but-
like? You don't know? Well,
What about the best day, Kathryn? What's your favorite day look like? What do you do?
we like to play sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
So going to school and seeing friends,
Mm-hmm.
and then being able to play
What
sports.
sports do you play, Kathryn?
basketball, bowling.
Yeah, we play through Special Olympics,
Okay.
and her school also has,
A special Olympics bowling event.
but they also have a unified team. Do you know what tell them about unified?
She's not a fan of you.
She loves unified. I
Okay,
think maybe
okay.
she's nervous. But unified is a fantastic way for kids with disabilities to get involved with kids who are not disabled.
Gotcha.
So it's an opportunity to be on a competitive team and feel like they're a part of a team, but there's support in that as well. So I think finding support anywhere you can is a good idea.
Yeah, that's awesome. What else do you like doing, Kathryn? What are your favorite things?
Music.
What kind of music?
Any kind.
Me too. You guys go see concerts? You ever gone to a concert?
We don't do concerts; they're a little loud.
Okay, that's very
But
fair.
she likes karaoke.
Karaoke? What's your favorite karaoke song to sing, Kathryn?
What do you think? A Queen song?
Mm-hmm.
She likes Queen.
Queen. It's very good taste. Very good taste. What about for you? What do you like doing? I mean, obviously, there's so much research on a daily basis, so much going on up here a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
What does life look like for you a little bit?
It's tiring at times, to be honest. But spending time with my family is tops, and our family has made a lot of sacrifices in trying to find, how to best help Kathryn where she's at. And I think the diagnosis has made that easier because now it's just not mom running around like a chicken with her head cut off trying to figure it out. Now it's I've got other chickens on Facebook that can help me, and that's been huge.
Definitely. What are your hopes and dreams for Kathryn, or maybe not even just Kathryn, but
Yeah, independence, whatever that might look like. If that's honestly, hopefully the research that IDefine is doing can help create that independence, because there's such a range of ability and a range of symptoms and side effects and things like that. It would be nice if we could level the playing field a little bit and make it so that our kids can be as independent as neurotypical kids.
For sure.
Yeah.
What would you say? Oh, what were you saying, Kathryn?
I think she was going to kiss me.
Go ahead.
I love you, kiddo.
That's making it. What kind of message might you give to a family who's, getting the diagnosis just now? What would you say to them? Overwhelming for sure.
I would say a diagnosis is hope, because now you know what you need to be aware of, and you're not just scrambling in the dark. You're not just playing catch up. What you are is you have the ability then to be proactive. With a diagnosis comes a whole bunch of other stories that you can look to for advice, and just let me put it this way. Before we got the diagnosis, she had autism, and she had cerebral palsy, and she had all these other symptoms of Kleefstra. Now we know we have other things to be aware of. With Kleefstra comes the possibility of regression, so we know now to monitor her sleep. So without that diagnosis, we would have never known that was something to be concerned about. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So now it turns from concern to just power. Yeah.
Knowledge is power, as you said before.
Yeah.
That's the message from you guys.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is power. Last thing from you guys. What would you maybe say outside of diagnosis for a family, who's a little overwhelmed right now?
Yeah.
They're looking for a community. They're not on Facebook yet.
Yeah.
What can you say about the support that they can find in the Kleefstra community?
The support is honest. It's not all roses. It's honest, and that's what we need, right? Because we know there's something up, so we don't need it to be roses. We need truth so that we can feel prepared to move forward. And that's what you find in the Kleefstra community. We have a bunch of parents who get it. They get it on a level that it's not so broad. It's once you get that diagnosis, you can just move forward in that. The support it's everything, really. You want to tell them about teamwork? No, because teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
That was enough of a statement.
Yeah.
Cool. You're all good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the time.
You ready?